row as well, with the likes of number 14 in there, Stephen Bates, and of course our intermediate winner in Nick Kempenhort there in position number 3. So 2 motards and 2 intermediates as we get away. And it is the Escalada Victillion of Nick Kempenhort that gets a good break off the line, but it's hard to stop those motards. Just to give you an idea of what those bikes are capable of. So effectively we've gone moto, intermediate, so we've split it up, and there it is. Look at that, Nick Kyle wants to have to dice it up, trying to get around the outside of Nick as well, and will he in fact put the second motard bike up the front, but keen look out. In fact, there's a Nick and the Nick show in there, Nick Kempenhort and Nick Payne looking out for Mike Kyle as well. He's the other one to post a very good result in there, and looking out for Nick. So it is Nick. Let's go to Mike Kyle. So Mike Kyle is your race leader, then the 2 Nicks. So we're going to keep using this name Nick. It's sort of like we also want to go NV, because Nick Kempenhort's business is NV Motorcycles, so call it NV maybe. And then look to Nicholas Payne, so NV and NP as we go to try and split the difference between the two of them. They're 2 separate classes, but cool when you get racing like this, when you get the numbers and put them into the same race, and it doesn't matter whether they're a motard bike or a conventional racing bike, they effectively are side by side and going well. And the moto boys are enough to know that, hey, you don't put your leg out when you're going into a corner with a motorbike, or you'll be in real strife. All right, there we go. Mike Kyle, Nick Payne, Nick Kempenhort, going back then to the 14 of Stephen Bates. Looking out, we can spot David Lewis, much better from David that time. That time for the Honda Hamilton CRF 450 rider, so good work by him as he fights his way up from there. He was up there to run in about 5th place. He's ended up back in 8th, so got to be disappointed with that, as we see the number 10 of Vaughan Main. A withdrawal from the moto, so bad luck there to Vaughan. It doesn't look like Nigel has started, and Brian Ashdown's had a poor day by his own standards, with some problems earlier on, which have kept him out of racing. So Mike Kyle, Nick Payne, Nick Kempenhort, that's your awesome trio to race. And it is already those motard boys that are setting it alight. And look at that from Nick Payne getting on the tail of Mike Kyle. He hasn't been in a position to have the advantage straight away, but he has been able to fight his way back. So for whatever reason, Nick Payne, I don't know whether you call him a slow learner or a slow starter, but tell you what, he's a high and hot finisher, and that's the most important thing. It pays to win the lap where the checkered flag's out, not any other one along the way. So here we are with Nick Payne. In fact, he might have gone for the break. I think he might have got there. So 3rd place, then into 2nd, and now for the lead. This will be the first lap he'll lead. So good work on the Dibbon Swartz motorcycles. Suzuki RMZ 450 for Wanganui, Nicholas Payne. So Nick out in front, go to Mike Kyle, then back to Nick Kempenhort, then Stephen Bates, 2nd in the intermediate class. So Stephen Bates, good work by Stephen in there. So Stephen, to update the Te Awa Moody Man on the 2006 Kawasaki ZX 450 courtesy of the TR20. What a great crew to have behind you, TR20. Nothing better than that, so well done to Team Telford Racing. So TR20 behind us, Stephen Bates, 2006, nothing away. ZX 450, cracker bike. So good to know that it's still super competitive, and that's what Stephen's doing in this intermediate lineup. Nicholas Payne, Mike Kyle, Nick Kempenhort, Stephen Bates, Connor Rogers in there with David Lewis, and David, of course, running a 3rd in our moto lineup. Go to Doyle Matatia. Doyle's then, I'm pretty sure he was a late entry in that field. I don't think it was a program update. Yes, the Suzuki SV650 man from Auckland, Doyle Matatia. And he's a relative newcomer as far as SV650 racing is concerned. So good work out there from Doyle. And we have Wilson Woods, Godfried Swartz, along with Nathan Bunny, and also to Philip Duthie. And Vaughan, as we pointed out, has been a non-finisher, and Nigel Lennox a non-starter. And they're neither to Ryan Ashdown. There we go, Nick Payne and claiming that number one spot. Mike Kyle in second place are now 2.9 seconds apart, so a bigger advantage is Nick Kempenhorn. Third place, but more importantly, the lead going with Stephen Bates in on that very tiny Kawasaki for the fourth place in the race, second in the intermediate. So the first two are motards, second two for intermediate bikes. Now looking to another battle going on here. See there that we've got Doyle now over Wilson, so Wilson out there on the Suzuki, new man, the Rnd3 Tia has got the advantage of moving up into fifth place. So Connor Rogers is the man missing out there. So I say missing out because Connor missed that whole lap, so that means he's score line, that's the key part of it. I've looked in the blind spots, I've looked on the outside of corners, I've looked at flags waving and I can't see anything, so it's good luck and bad luck. Good luck that we can't see anything bad, but bad luck that he's still not on the results. So here we are back with our Nick Payne show. So good work for Nick on the Dibbon Swartz motorcycles, RMZ second place, and Mike Kyle on the Husqvarna, and back to Nick Kempenhorn. Supermoto's concerned he's on the FS 650, so already the Supermoto bike. A lot of the moto bikes like the Suzuki that's out in front is actually a specialist motocross bike converted to Supermoto, but in fact the Husqvarna actually make the FS model, so they've already got a 450 out there. Here we are back to Wilson. He's got the advantage over Doyle. So Wilson Woods has moved up. David Lewis going past on that Hamilton Honda CRF. Then looking out there to Godfrey Swartz. Nathan Varney. On the Kawasaki KX450F, courtesy of Hamill Buildings and McLaughlin Electrical. So good on you, Nathan. Newcomer as far as Top Flight Supermoto is concerned. Chicken flag time, so well done out there. Nicholas Payne taking the win. We've got a 4.7 second buffer over Mike Kyle, who got the second, looking to Nick Kempenhorn and Stephen Bates. So there's the run in the end. It was, not quite the spark that we'd had in earlier races. Nicholas Payne was able to get past and get through in the earlier part of the racing. He'd normally taken about till halfway or thereafter to get past, but he did it earlier on. So cementing his excellence as Supermoto winner with 3 out of 3 here today. But Mike Kyle, I don't remember Nicholas being with us at the other round, so I think Mike Kyle might have the supreme position in the overall glory for Supermoto. Nick Kempenhorn in there, Stephen Bates, Wilson Woods, the newcomer. Good work from Wilson in there, from Doyle Tia and David Lewis. Godfrey Swart in there as well, so good effort from Godfrey to be up there on the Dibbon Swartz motorcycles. Suzuki RMZ 450, Nathan Varney as well.